I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. Let's go drink some beer!
Welcome to another beer kit review. Today's beer kit that I'm going to be reviewing for you, as I always say, you probably guessed by the title already, is the Brew Czech Pilsner. Now, I'll let you have a look at this because as you've already noticed, it's not come in a can. It's come in a big kind of plastic pouch that when you buy it, it kind of looks like that. Another interesting thing to note about this is Cooper's kits that you buy are normally have 1.7 kilograms of malt extract in them. This one actually has 2.1 kilograms, so it's got a lot more malt in there already. So in theory it should give us a better tasting beer. But before we go on to the tasting, obviously I've got to tell you how I brewed this thing. I bottled this on the 18th of November 2012, so that at the time of recording makes it around 7 months old. So that's a really good sort of age for a beer. So hopefully it should taste really good. I used the yeast that came with the kit, and I used 1 kilogram of dextrose. I didn't add any malt extract in there because, like I said, it's got 2.1 kilograms in there already. I did feel that adding any more in would have been a bit of an overkill, if I'm perfectly honest, and also the instructions didn't say to add any extra malt extract, they just said to add brewing sugar. So I went for 1 kilogram of dextrose. The original gravity was 1.044 and final gravity was 1.012, giving me an ABV of 4.8%. I bottled it in 500ml plastic PET bottles, as I always do, and I used in total 185 grams of dextrose to do that. Works out roughly half a teaspoon of sugar. What I've started doing now, I've done doing it for a long time now, is rather than trying to fill up all the bottles with individual spoons, I just put all the primary sugar into a fermenting vessel, then siphon the beer into that fermenting vessel, mix it all around. That way you've got fully primed beer ready to go, and you can stick it in whatever shape and size bottle you want without worrying about working out how much primary sugar you need to add in. So, little tip for you, if you can do that, if you've got a spare fermenting vessel around, then definitely do that. So the kit itself was $12.99 and the brewing sugar was $1.99 from my local homebrew store, meaning that making 40 pints from the kit gave me a per pint price of 37p, which I think is one of my lowest yet. So like I said, it's got a lot of malt extract in it, so who knows, we'll just have to see how it goes. That's all the theory out of the way. One more thing to mention as well, with the kit, it is a lager, but it was in ale yeast that was used as well. Just to let you know, that's the yeast that comes with the kit, so it wasn't a lager yeast. So I've got Old Faithful here. Now here is the bottle. Now wait for the hiss. Little bit of one. Now the pour. Easy does it. Looking pretty good so far. There we go. Just got to suck the head off of that. Here she is. Oh. And this glass does tend to make it quite fiery. I'm not sure if you can see there, but there's a huge amount of carbonation going on. I've got my bloody torch. Hang on. If I shine that light behind, probably see how clear that is. That is actually really clear. There's a massive head on it, as you can see. Like I said, the Foster's glass is thin and narrow, which is supposed to serve Pilsner in, and Pilsner's supposed to have a big head. marks, the ridges on the inside of the glass just make the bubbles fizz up even more. So that is damn carbonated beer. So got quite a slightly citrusy smell to it actually. Suck some more head off. It's not normally such a problem because normally as soon as you pour a beer you take a sip, but obviously with a review you have to leave it a little while and savour it and smell it. Yeah, so almost a slightly citrusy smell to it, like almost a bit like an IPA, which is a bit odd, but only one way to find out if it tastes like a lager. Cheers everyone. Do you know what that is instantly reminding me of? Is quite a while ago I did the Edme Super Brew German lager. And this tastes extremely similar. It's got the sour taste to it again. It's not even really hoppy or bitter, it's almost a slight sour taste, which I'm not massively keen on, if I'm honest. Have another go. Yeah, quite a sour little taste to that. It's not overly pleasant, if I'm honest. It had that sour taste when I brewed this shortly after I moved here. I moved here in mid-September, so I had to give myself a month just to get sorted, and then I started brewing again. So I bought this a couple of months after I moved in, and I'd run out of homebrew, so I was drinking this stuff pretty quickly. So it was only a couple of weeks old, and it didn't last very long. I was hoping, given the 7 months, that sour taste would fade, but it hasn't really. I can't really compare it with any commercial lagers. It has got that really sour taste to it. So certainly wouldn't recommend it as a session beer particularly. It's quite strong, 4.8%, which is fairly strong for a lager. Well, I suppose you get stronger, but not overly pleasant taste really, and not one you particularly savour. It tastes really strong. It tastes a lot stronger with something like the Mexican lager, which I've brewed Mexican lager the same strength. So, but on the plus side, head retention there, you can see the lacing around the glass. That is, bubbles have died down a bit, but that head retention is still really there. So that's a plus. But really, like the Edme one, not really a fan. I hate to say it. I think if you're going for a lager kit, Cooper's Australian Lager beats this, definitely. Even though you've got an extra half a kilogram of malt extract in this. Similar price. I think the Cooper's Australian Lager is $12.50, so that's $12.99. So there's not a lot in it. So really, I would say if you want a drinkable session lager, then go for the Cooper's Australian Lager. Don't go for this. If you're looking for something like a kind of a Stella or Kronenbourg clone, then this doesn't really cut the mustard either, I'm afraid. It really isn't like anything you get commercially. So it is just that, not particularly strong, it's just a very strong sour taste to it, which, give me one more go. So it has sour aftertaste. That's not great. I really thought that slightly nasty taste would have subsided over 7 months in the bottle, but I'm afraid not. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give this tricky. I think the fact that I'm actually struggling to drink it, I'm going to have to give this 4 out of 10. I think the name Better Brew is false advertising, because that's not great. I've not tried any of the other ones, so the others might be better, I don't know. Maybe it's just a style of beer I don't like, but you know, I've had other Czech beers and they've been really nice, so, you know, crikey, I've been to Prague, Sour Aftertaste and stuff like that. It doesn't really compare to that at all, to be honest. Yeah, it is not great. Like I said, Cooper's Australian Lager, it's a good one to go for. I've also got a few other lager kits that I'm going to be reviewing. Not to spoil anything, but of the other lager kits that I've tried and tasted already but not reviewed yet, I think they're pretty much all better than this one as well. So if you're after a lager kit, I would say stay tuned to my channel. I've got another two to review that are ready to drink straight away, so I can review them whenever. I've got another one on the ferment at the moment, and another one that should be ready, another two that should be ready in a few weeks as well. So I've got quite a lot of lager kits coming up because it's coming up to summer and that's a good time to have lager. So as I said, stay tuned to my channel and you'll have some reviews of some other lager kits which I'm pretty sure will be better than this one. Well, that all being said, I still can't stand to see even a below par pint of homebrew go to waste. So I will say cheers everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and remember, it's not brew to be looked at, so get drinking.